The most powerful thing that you can do with your own life is to be a person that is self-sustained, to where you don't need any other person. That the company of other people is because you want their company, not because you need their company. A man or a woman that is sustained by God and their relationship with God, and a person that's a go-getter, a leader. Up here, not fuzzy or hazy, not foggy. Structured, disciplined, self-control, systematic, strategic. A person that has set forth a plan for themselves, a vision. A person that understands that even if they have weaknesses, they don't have to stay in those weaknesses, that they could scale up by creating a staircase, if you will, to rising higher every day by doing something to help in that category. This is a person that is working on themselves on a daily basis. They don't need affirmations from other people. They don't need validation. They don't need pats in the back, applause. They don't need it. This is what a man should be. I believe that a man should bring all these types of variables to the table and just stand on his own 2 feet. And if the world is against him, then he's going to be okay. Because he's not dependent on the world to sustain him or to hold him up. He holds himself up with his own ethics and principles. The foundation of God being sturdy and strong. That he stands on the cornerstone, Jesus Christ, the rock of all ages. And that he's not swayed or moved, shaken or stirred by the culture, by the perceptions, by the opinions of others. Because he knows who he is. His identity is firm, it's solid. And no amount of opinions, comments, slander, gossip, or anything else, any weapon formed against him will not prosper. It's because he's not exchanging himself for that information. In other words, he's not for sale. He's not up for grabs. She's not up for grabs. Let's include women on this, right? A person that is separated, set apart, validated by God, has the receipt of the Holy Spirit, is already in. So as the saying goes, I'd rather be judged by the world or hated by the world and loved by God than the opposite. And stand with the world and be judged by God, right? And so I've gotten so accustomed to being misunderstood for many years. I've gotten so accustomed for people not to like me, that what I once thought was a curse, or what I once thought was negative, I now see it like it was the best thing that could ever happen to me. Because in that, I couldn't depend on other people to give me identity, which was awesome. Because only God gives identity, as well as, the Bible. But working on yourself, hard work is awesome for your character, right? Working on yourself every day in your mind, right? Working on everything, every little category, whether it be finances, family, the way that you perceive life. There's so many things to work on a daily basis. And once you work on all of that, you start to gain not just influence, but you start to gain self-esteem and confidence. And it gets to a point where even if those people that you once wanted to get to notice you, once they start noticing you, guess what happens to you? You see, like, I never really needed it. I craved it, but now I don't even care for it. Because I've given myself the approval that I was seeking others to give me. God gave me his approval. There's a place that a person can reach that is dangerous, because quite frankly, the world doesn't have their grip on them. And that's a beautiful place to be, because then you can't break me. You can't do nothing with me.